Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Can you believe that January is almost over?
No, this is so crazy. We are heading out of town to ski this weekend, and we booked this a while back. And I was like, oh, it's at the end of January.
So
it's
far
so
away.
far away. And now it's like, whew, it's here. So, no, I am very surprised. It is very cold outside.
It is, but I thought it'd be colder this morning.
I think actually tonight is when it's really supposed to be freezing cold, but the kids got a really long weekend, which is super exciting.
So it's 7 degrees right now. So it's only interesting because it went down. So I was up at 5 to go to the barn to check the heater, and it was warmer than that. And then it went down to 0, and then now it's back up again.
I saw that 8, 9 o'clock tonight is negative, actual temperature is negative. But the kids did not have school Friday for an unexpected water issue. So they got Friday, Saturday, Sunday off for MLK Day. So a 4-day weekend there. And now they're off Tuesday, Wednesday.
Which I'm glad they called it ahead of time because parents could prepare.
And then the kids got to stay up and watch the Ohio State
They got
game.
to stay up late. Go Bucks.
Go
Buckeyes,
Bucks.
the national champions.
So awesome. Such a great game. So super fun there.
Our husband's $10 bets really paid off.
Tom was telling me, so they bet $10 on a 4-way parlay for the quarterfinals, what was that, 2 weeks ago? Almost 3 weeks ago.
I think they're 6 bets in a row.
Yeah, and they've gotten all of them.
They need to stop. It's 7 now
bets with the national championship. So they're done now. But they said the chances of that happening are slim to none.
Yeah.
To get all of your parlays and keep going, because they just kept reinvesting their winnings. And so they really paid off. It was great. They did great on a $10 bet. So sometimes that's fun to do.
I think they have a little more than that in because I think they ended up putting more.
But not much more, less than $50 a person.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, I think they put $30-some extra into
because they diversified their bets and they're too.
Tom and Bill are really the other guys that did it with them weren't as invested into the individual.
Someone last night, and I don't remember who it was your husband had to give up coffee because he was too addicted to it or something funny I'm yeah.
So my joke with Tom is that he has an incredibly addictive personality.
Tom does.
If he enjoys doing something, he used to dip tobacco, chew, and he smoked cigarettes way back when, but never a lot. He was more social.
We're just dishing all the dirty today.
Oh, he doesn't care, but he dipped forever. Until we had kids, so gross. Until we had Joey. I think.
Actually, that makes me want to throw up.
And it's disgusting. And he dipped forever, and so my joke is always he has to have something that he's addicted to. So it was either that or then he was he gained a lot of weight. He was addicted to food. After he stopped doing that, he gained a ton of weight. Then when he started losing weight, he became obsessive about that. He's obsessive about working out. Yeah, whatever it is.
Golfing.
He's obsessive about golf. He's into bourbon. When he likes something, he is... Yeah, so
all in.
He does have to be careful with gambling because that could go the wrong way. Thankfully, he's never had any issues with that one, but I don't think we have enough money for him to have.
There's a hotline you can call for that.
I think we're too poor in the first place to have any major issues with that. But
all it takes is one wrong bet.
This is true, but so it was funny.
Maybe he could bet you.
That might be beneficial, to be honest. But our one friend was like, "Oh my God, they should have cashed out." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Listen, in the bottom line,
$10, I'm keep going."
Right.
All
the bottom
way,
line is
right
they put $10 in. Who cares if they lose? They lose $10. It's not the end of the world. And our thought is always, when you gamble, you have to assume you're just going to lose it. Assume you're not getting that back. So. But yeah, so that was super fun, and it is always more fun when you have a little something like that because it keeps you more invested.
And they had to win. The spread was bigger
by
9.
Yeah, so that was super cool.
Buckeyes, you really pulled through. So
they did.
TikTok disappeared, then it was back.
12 hours.
And the Chinese company did that. There was no one else that did that.
They said it was a publicity stunt.
It was, but Trump officially, new president, signed,
and he did come out on top, looking great in that.
Oh, he did. He signed the extension to unban TikTok.
Yes.
And so that's real interesting. But speaking of TikTok, did you see the Buckeyes, the girl driving the golf cart with Coach Day and the quarterback and some players? And it was a longer golf cart. I don't know what she was doing, but she hit the gas and she went to turn. There's no way she was going to make the turn. Ran the golf cart into a concrete wall.
Stop it.
I think it literally broke the golf cart.
Was this after the game?
Yes, they all had to get off and walk.
Shut up. Did you see this, Sam?
You've got to check it out. Cleveland.com. I don't
to
even
go
know who
look
the
for
girl
it.
was. She was a young
Somebody
girl.
was driving Ryan Day and probably Will Howard.
Drove them
whatever.
right into a wall. And then they're like, it's okay. It's not that far to walk. And I was thinking, well, where are they
like,
going?
oh my God, please do not drive us anywhere. That is so funny.
They got off. They were kind of laughing.
Oh my gosh. No, it was so fun. Like, I mean, it's always more fun when there's a win, but like knowing that nobody had to wake up super early for school made it like so nice. I'm so glad they called and that they called again for tomorrow so we don't have to even think about it. So it's a nice long
I know it is
secondary
nice.
winter break. And then I am pulling my kids out of school. So they're going back on Thursday.
Friday, you're leaving early? Or
We're
they're
leaving
not going?
Thursday.
Oh, you are?
They're not going Friday. We're leaving Thursday afternoon. And they are, so we're going to pull them out like an hour early on Thursday.
Oh, that's funny.
And then we're,
You might as well not send them at all.
well, that's what they're trying to say. I'm like, no, go and get caught up or whatever. Cause the majority of their both of them, their important classes are in the morning. But so yeah, they're going to go for a half day on Thursday for the whole week. That's it. I'm like, must be nice. So they're on a secondary winter break, my kids.
Well, I told Campbell she's had a lot of calls and things. I'm like, oh, start doing your paperwork today. Cause I'm like, you can do all your invoicing.
Yeah, you can get all kinds
and
of stuff
send that
done.
out. And then she's trying to set up a couple more calls.
It's free time.
Yeah.
Like, this
so I'm
is
like, get it
totally
done.
unexpected free time.
I said, could you have office hours during your study hall at school? Like where you can make,
Wouldn't
she's like,
that be
Mom,
nice?
she's like, Mom, everyone's so loud and they sometimes cuss. And she's
Oh,
like,
that's
it's
true.
not
It probably wouldn't be an
it's
appropriate
not a place
setting.
for me to like place calls. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
darn.
that's true. But no, this is so great. It's totally free time. We have like, both my kids had like Liv had softball tonight. Sam had gear stuff and we canceled everything for tonight. So we're like, I'm going to cook dinner after work. I'm going to go into work for a little bit, but then
What'd you cancel tonight?
Liv had softball. So we canceled that and Sam had NRC, but the kid that he does that with is sick. So we were like, nobody really wants to
Okay, I
go
just
out
found
in
it
this.
because this is like,
Okay, let's see. So it says
And
Ryan
Will
Day
Howard.
and Will Howard got in an accident after winning the national championship.
so I need it to start over. But like, she really rammed them in.
Okay.
Ready? She was never going to make the turn.
Oh, she really did hit the wall.
She did. So if you just type in, on Instagram or TikTok,
Yeah, you probably could
OSU
just
golf
say like,
cart incident.
oh my
I mean, she really
gosh.
jammed. Luckily, she didn't hit like his foot or something.
I mean, seriously. Good thing that the game was over.
it was
not
funny.
beforehand.
I just found it to be really entertaining.
Oh
So
my gosh. It's snowing again outside.
it is
I
snowing. It
see.
is so pretty and it's cold, but that's okay. It doesn't feel that bad. Just don't
No.
have your digits exposed.
Wear gloves.
Wear gloves. This morning, I wore my overalls, and of course, I wore them into the market. Feed your birds, everybody. This morning, I've been complaining about my birds. I don't know where they're going. Turns out they've probably gone to Betsy Margolin's house because she has all the birds that I
does have
used
all
to
the
have.
birds.
But this morning, all the beautiful birds were out eating all my food. So they must have been like hibernating, but then really got cold and had to come out.
I was talking to people the other day. We sell like the not old, but like apples that are a little more beat up. We'll sell them as deer apples for people to feed their deer. And we have been selling so many because people are like, oh my gosh, the poor animals this time of year. Like,
Yeah, our first customer of the day today was for
was
deer
he?
apples.
That doesn't surprise me. So yes, it's very cold out, but I do love days like this too because it kind of just forces you to slow down.
Don't you wish you had your winter decor still up?
No,
I still do.
I know you do. I'm kind of glad I don't.
I'm glad. I wish mine was down, but then my house is naked.
Well, mine did feel naked. Now it feels fine because I'm used to it. But like,
Yeah.
it does feel naked after a while. But we are in the process. So we finished renovating Olivia's room last week. And now we started Sam's room. It needs one more coat of paint, which we'll hopefully get on there today. And we will move him in potentially tonight,
That'd be exciting.
which will be so awesome.
We're podcasting a little early so that everybody could be home. So, I have to go get Bill at the airport.
Oh, yeah. When does he
And
fly
so
in?
it's like a 6:20 or
That's not
something. He
bad.
gets in. He went to DC. He actually went to the agriculture ball. And so after the inauguration, so he had to get all dressed up in his little tuxedo and saw a bunch of people. I was getting some pictures last night. So I have to go pick him up. But I'm like, I hope your plane isn't delayed. But it's early enough. Even if it's delayed, it's fine. So we should be
not
home
too
tonight
bad.
for dinner.
Well, that's good.
But I don't want to cook.
I'm debating what to make because we have leftover chili from last night. So I'm like, well, we could eat chili, or I have had a taste and I haven't made it in, well, maybe like a month, but just for fettuccine Alfredo, it's like one of my favorite things, and it's so easy
to make.
And but then I was like going to grill chicken to go with it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to grill, so then I would have to bake the chicken in the oven, which I don't like it the same way. It's not the same.
You could still grill.
I'm not grilling out there. Are you out of your mind?
I grilled the other night.
I know you did. Oh, tell everyone what you did for my birthday.
Oh, did we not talk about that?
No, because
we forgot to talk about Dana's birthday altogether.
Well,
but Danna had a birthday. So Wednesday, I had her and some friends over, and we just did a little dinner, wine pairing and dinner. And it was I grilled then too. That's why I'm tired of cooking right now. I've been cooking a lot.
Well, you could come here for fettuccine Alfredo if you would like, because I think that's what I'm going to make, but I haven't figured out the chicken situation. But she is blowing this off like it was not, like it was, I just threw together a little dinner. There was a menu, like a printed menu.
That was very last minute.
On each of our place settings. The table was set beautifully. And for each course, there was a different wine paired with it.
So I wanted to use wines we'd never tasted.
It was some of the best wine I have literally ever had. Like
it was good.
Really good. But she went overboard, to say the least. It was
very fun. So we started with a Grenache, which I'd never even had a Grenache.
Neither. I don't know that I have, and if I have, it's probably not one that I would have like picked out.
So that was with kind of like, I borrowed Dana's wine glasses because I don't own any.
Did yours come?
Oh, they were supposed to come yesterday. I don't think they did. No, I don't think they came. Okay. I got them for this occasion, which now I could return them because I don't really ever see me using them anytime soon
save
again.
One for my house.
So we started, and I put, you have these little, you can put little charcuterie boards on the top of your wine glasses.
It's funny, they showed up in my Amazon feed the other day.
Well, I'd had them for a long time, and I've just never used
suggestions.
So we did that French onion soup. I deboned lamb chops, and we had boneless lamb chops, which were super cute. They were like little.
Petite. But it was perfect because it was like just the right amount.
Yeah. And then we had a flank steak, sliced that up with some whipped potatoes that were nice and, rich.
They were really good.
Everything. And what else did we have? I made you a corn salad because you like that corn salad.
I do love it.
And then we had a carrot cake, which our friend Lisa had brought over. So everything was gluten-free. Nobody got sick. Thank heavens. Always makes me nervous.
No, everything was great. It was really, though, so nice. And what was funny is it was on my actual birthday, and I was kind of like, oh, all right. Like, I was just going to, like, hang at home, and I was going to bug Tom. I've had a taste for sushi, so I was like, oh, I'm going to make him, like, order me sushi for my birthday and whatever. And so then Kristin said we were going to do this. And at first I was like, oh, I can't wear my sweats.
You could.
I could. I mean, I was fine. It wasn't a big deal.
I didn't get dressed up.
But I ended up like being so, I don't want to use the word surprised because I wasn't surprised that she went to this extent because it's very Kristin-like.
I really didn't go to a lot of
It was a lot of work.
It wasn't that bad. There were only 5 people.
I said to Campbell, I can't believe your mom is doing all of this. And she's like, it's not for you. It's for her. She loves doing this.
I do, but it really wasn't any more work. And I didn't make a lot of anything.
It was just a lot of work. Anyways. It seemed that way.
So we ended that festivity. And then all weekend, Archie, Jessica, Matt, Olive, they were all at our house. So we had like wild time at our house with all the kids, all the babies. Archie, does she need you?
I don't know. Do you need me? Olivia? I guess not.
She fled.
There's a dog toy under that.
I see it. It's yellow.
Driving me nuts. I gotta go get
So we did all the things with all the kids. And so they went skiing and snowboarding.
We got a lot of snow that one day.
We did. I think we ended up with like a foot of snow that day.
And they were calling for like 3 to 5 inches. And it was really funny. I was talking to Matt, your brother-in-law. I had to go over to the barn and he was in the barn. And it was really coming down at that point. And he was like, I don't know how... in his way of talking, I don't know how y'all live up here. But he was like, I don't understand it. I'm like, this is like, it's been a while since we've had a good winter. And
this is a good winter.
This is. In the last few years, we've gotten really mild winters. So I love it. I love that we live in an area that has such distinct changes of season.
Yeah. Like, and the sun is shining. And so that is very helpful.
It's beautiful.
Because normally the sun doesn't shine.
Yeah. But that was a heck of a snowfall. It was. So we got a lot.
Jessica got her minivan stuck in our driveway because it had kind of rained that morning. And then there was a little layer of ice, which south of 70 where I grew up, we normally would get more ice than snow.
Right.
So we're used to the ice. Well, then you had snow and then it was compacted and she could not get her minivan out.
It was like that big, heavy snow, too. Yeah.
So Bill helped her get out and then he ended up driving the car back. So Campbell didn't have to drive in the snow because the roads were bad.
They were not good. I had to go, when I left work, I went and picked my boys went out to Alpine to ski, which we're so fortunate that, I mean, it's not the greatest place in the world, but to have
It's
a ski.
fine. It's where they all learn.
Right.
It's the
And
best.
to have a
You're
ski
so
resort
lucky.
10 minutes from our house is really so fortunate. So it's great. So we buy them season passes every year. And then, you know, it really keeps them outdoors in the wintertime. So they had gone there on Sunday, and I was like, oh, I'll go pick them up. They were like, it's getting cold. We're ready. So I went and picked them up right when I left work. It took me forever to get there. It was and I mean, I have 4-wheel drive. Like, I'm used to driving in the snow, but it was a doozy. It was so bad, the roads.
Well, Archie ended up snowboarding and then skiing. And he thinks he likes skiing better.
Really?
Yeah.
Is your sister okay with that? Yeah.
I think he'll end up doing both, but I think it's a good thing for them to learn. So
that's great. My boys would like to learn to snowboard. They have never snowboarded, and they both said that they would like to learn.
I think it's good to learn how to ski first and then snowboard. She says there's no difference, but I don't know. I think it's easier for kids to learn to ski.
I think if you're an adult that is good at both, then you might find it to have no difference. But
right.
I think
it's a lot of work to be a snowboarder. Like, you have to walk around with one foot, hook in, strap in every time. It's a lot of work for a 5-year-old.
I think I'm going to so I'm the world's worst skier. Like, I will own it. I'm terrible at it. I can get down a green pizzaing my whole way.
You're not bad.
But so we're going this weekend, and I think
my brother has snow in Mississippi.
So I was just going to say, I think I'm going to take a lesson this weekend when we go. But I just I have friends that are in New Orleans, and
they're right outside.
Yes,
so they got snow.
She just posted today that it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for her kids to get to play in the snow. So they're like so
substantial,
excited.
covered.
Yeah.
So Andrew was driving along the beach with palm trees and snow.
That
is,
I can't even imagine that.
It's
well, they
bizarre.
said for the national championship game was in Georgia, and it was 20 degrees there.
So winter in Atlanta is not pleasant.
No, we were there last year.
I don't like it.
This time last year we were there, and it was not warm. Like, you would think that it is, warm because of how far south it is, but it is not. January is January. Like,
right. Even in Florida where my in-laws are, it's still been cold.
Yeah. Well, a couple years ago when we went on a cruise for my birthday, it was in January, obviously for my birthday, and we went to the Bahamas, and it was like, we're not far enough south. Like,
I was just talking with Christy about that. I think we had to go to Puerto Rico.
You were. And so you guys did have way better weather because
Puerto
were
Rico
further
is
south.
great.
Right.
But I was going to fly back and surprise and just show up on the cruise ship. And then I'm like, I don't think I'm going to.
No,
the weather is not going to be good.
We maxed out at 64 degrees, I think, which, to be clear, is beautiful, but not when you're on a Bahamas vacation and you want to lay by the pool.
But you guys still had
beach.
such a good time.
Oh, I mean, truly, the company was amazing. We had so much fun, but it was cold.
Yeah.
We couldn't lay by. We literally sat in the hot tub the entire time on the boat.
Well, that's fun. Yeah. That was a couple years ago.
It was 2 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We leave Friday for San Antonio, Texas for the same conference that was in Puerto Rico. And we leave on Friday. So the weather is going to be 60, I think. And
I mean,
San
coming
Antonio,
out of this
Texas.
tundra, that'll feel great.
Warm.
Yeah.
And it'll be sunny. And
just to feel that warmth on your face makes such a difference.
It does. It's just like a real lifter.
It is so nice. We're not going anywhere warm. I need a warm vacation. So, meh.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I just want to go someplace warm and tropical.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting the shivers right now as I sit here.
It is. I'm layered up. And Christy, I'm coming into work later, and Christy already told me it's cold here today. I'm like, well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
It was a little cold. When I was in the market this morning, I had her pricing Mr. Bird, doing math.
She told me.
She's like, you're having me use my brain.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, but you can use the calculator
Every
too.
so often we have to do that.
So
that's funny. Yeah. So we have, I don't know if there's anything else going on for us. We booked our summer vacation. We're going to the Outer Banks.
Is this for the wedding or that's separate?
The wedding. Okay. Tom has a cousin getting married, and we have never been to the Outer Banks. We are a Hilton Head family. And my understanding is you're either Hilton Head or Outer Banks. So
you're either or.
Yeah. So we're going to find out if we like the Outer Banks.
The Outer Banks are nice. You're going to go to the dunes, and there's going to be lots to do.
Yes, I think it will be great. We will have a great time, but I've never been there. So if you have suggestions on what to do in the Outer Banks, send them my way.
We don't do summer vacations. Our trips literally are conferences.
Well, yes. We have to do summer because Tom has tax season through April, so spring break is out. And my busy season is pretty much August through November. So like that, I mean, I can travel, but it makes it harder too.
This is how we don't go anywhere all
Correct.
summer, fall.
Correct.
And then
So
we go
we
a couple
have-
places in winter.
And like June is kind of hard too because it's strawberry season. So like the first couple weeks of July is like my sweet spot where like I can really get, and like prior to that, like May, I'm not going to pull the kids out of school for an extended period of time in May. So July is our sweet spot to travel. So we always try to get a summer vacation in there, but we are going for a long weekend to Savannah for my sister-in-law's 40th birthday in June. So that will be fun.
Are you taking the kids?
No, just the adults. So it'll be a good time.
Did you invite your brother?
It's not my party to invite anyone to.
So she did. She like invited the people she wanted to come.
Yes. I do think that she mentioned it to my other brother. I have a brother that lives in Columbus, and then this is my other brother's wife here.
Does she have other friends or
no? It's just going to be
siblings?
us and her brother and his wife,
Nice.
and kind of like a siblings trip.
Dylan Dreyer, who is on the
Today
she
Show?
did a trip with her brothers.
Yeah.
The siblings.
I
Just
think
did
it's-
no spouses even. Just
really?
Just the siblings. And she said it was really nice.
I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah. That means
That
you'd
would
be
be
out.
I feel like, wow, like that would be an interesting dynamic because it hasn't been just the three of us in almost 30 years.
She said it was fun. They'd never done it. They're going to make it an annual tradition.
I think that's
just
really
the
neat.
siblings. And
Yeah.
I thought it was nice.
Because we do a lot of things,
Spousal
the
things.
6 of us, with all of our spouses, which I love that we do that. So I think that's great. But wow, that's really an interesting dynamic.
It was different. So we're out of time.
Okay, well, I hope everyone has a great week and stays warm
This really flies by.
when you're having fun.
Yeah. Until next time, friends, we're mismatched.